Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am gonna be doing a little house tour for you. I talked recently here on YouTube about how my family and I are actually gonna be moving to a new house, which is bittersweet because we love this house and this property so dearly, but we've decided to move on to a new house that we can fix up and make our own. And then who knows if we'll stay there for a while or not, because we tend to like to move a lot. But before we start packing up this house, before we're moving out of here, I wanted to give you guys a full home tour to show you this house that we love so much. Come on in guys, welcome to our house. So when you come in our door, this is technically actually our back door, but this is where most people come into our house. Is where we park in the driveway. So when you first come in, we have our mud room over here, which I love because it's like the perfect drop zone for all of our stuff. We've got hooks, we've got cubbies, we've got cabinets, and I really love just the way that this room looks. And then if you pan over this way, this is actually our kids' playroom. It's kind of like a little sitting room that we just deemed their space where they get to play. So we have tons of storage and with these built-ins and all the cabinets to hide all of their toys. Of course, most days they're scattered all around this room, but when it's clean, we can just shove everything in here. And we have tons of storage. We've got their little kitchen and their little art table. And then we've got this is a big, cozy 6-penny chair. We sit here, we have tons of books here. We like to read books. And then this beautiful antique table that I found at a local antique shop is like part of our drop zone as well. When we come in the house, we have places to put bags and grocery bags or whatever else we have. So if we come this way, over here is our laundry room. So it's small but mighty. I love this laundry room. We have just 2 stacked washer and dryers. We've got storage up there. This is an antique table that was kind of flipped into like a sink table. Sink here, we've got our oils and our diffuser, laundry soap, and then we have storage down here for all of our dryer balls and extra laundry supplies, cleaning stuff, thieves cleaner, all that. And then if we come this way, we will come into our kitchen. Okay, so if you come into our kitchen, on this side is our actual kitchen where all of the cooking and everything takes place. And then behind me is our dining area. So this is technically an eating kitchen, so we eat all of our meals, pretty much breakfast, lunch, and dinner at this table. And over here we have this really beautiful historic fireplace. So we think that, I did a whole video on the kitchen tour in our kitchen, so there's a lot more details there about, you know, showing the room, but also all the things we did, all the little changes that we made. But this old fireplace, we believe, was part of the original kitchen at some point. We think our house was built sometime in the 1700s, but there's like a standard firebox fireplace. This is a bread oven, and then also in here, it's kind of hard to see, but there is a rotisserie as well. Unfortunately, this fireplace is not functioning right now, but it's beautiful to look at, and it's a really cool historical feature. And then over here is our actual kitchen. This is my favorite part of the whole kitchen, and if you saw the kitchen tour, then you learned all about my favorite appliance. It's our Ilve range. It's absolutely beautiful, and it works so well. I love to cook, so this is like easily my favorite feature in the kitchen. We've just got some little cabinets that we actually added, and then all the other cabinets have already been here for a long time. We just painted them. We got new countertops. These are quartz countertops. They look like marble. I love them. New faucet, and just to kind of bring like the Victorian colonial antique vibes into the kitchen to kind of give a nod to the past and what it used to look like. And then if you come this way, this is our butler's pantry, and we really do treat it as a pantry. And this is where we keep all in here is all of our dry food storage. This is actually our refrigerator. It is out here, so we could make more room in the kitchen to open it up, to have space to put that range. And I don't regret moving our kitchen out here, or our refrigerator out here for 1 second. Doesn't bother us at all, and it made a huge difference in the kitchen itself. This is just a little antique table for some storage. This is my grain mill. And then over here is more countertop workspace. We've got a butcher block here. The cabinets are painted the same to match the kitchen. And something that's really cool about this space, this used to be an old window because at some point this was built on to the original house, and the window has remained there forever until we moved in. And it was kind of quirky, it was frosted, you couldn't see through it, and it was just kind of strange. So we ended up removing the old window and actually built, we trimmed it all out to finish it off, but then up top here, Matt built this like transom window just to add a little bit of interest, like an architectural feature, so it wasn't just this big gaping hole. But now you can see right into the dining room. We've got this beautiful transom that we built to look exactly like the ones on our front doors. And the trim up there was actually the original trim that we pulled from this window to kind of keep a little bit of that history there. So this is our butler's pantry. It's got a lot more storage. This is our coffee bar here. We absolutely love it. It's got skylight, so it has a ton of room. And then something that was really cool is this radiator right here. We've never seen anything like this. We think that it was probably like a plate warmer back in the day when this truly was like a butler's pantry. And then the room next door, which is now our family room, was probably a grand dining room at some point. So speaking of grand, this is the family room. And other than the kitchen, this is easily where we spend the most of our time. It is huge, it's expansive, it's got this beautiful bay window that lets in tons of natural light, and it's just plenty of room for all of us to relax. Our kids can run around and play. We've got a framed TV up there, so it just kind of blends in. It looks more like art than a big black TV up there. We've got custom built-ins with more storage down here, which is great for kids' toys and wires and whatever else. We have a ton of books in here. Our kids love books. So we love these from like a functional standpoint, but they're also really beautiful. So this, again, is our family room, and we would spend a lot of time in here. Okay, so moving into the foyer, I absolutely love all of the trim around these doors. In fact, all the trim and crown molding and everything throughout the house and all the millwork is just so beautiful, and it's one of the reasons that I fell in love with this house when we first found it. But there's these beautiful French doors here that typically remain open, unless we're trying to keep kids inside, although they're really old and they can just open them up, they don't lock. But this is just kind of a little foyer area. I love the afternoon light that comes through this window. This is a really cool old window that they don't make them like this anymore, that's for sure. It's really beautiful. But this is just kind of a foyer space, and then under, or I guess next to the staircase here, is our counter room. It's just a little counter room, but it's updated. Kind of has that farmhouse look. The previous owners of this house are actually the ones that renovated this bathroom and chose all the fixtures, but I do love it. I think it's really cute. And then before we head upstairs, there's a couple more rooms that I want to show you down here on the first floor. So if we walk through this way, this is actually the very front of the house. And just where the sun is right now, it's not super bright, but this room gets bathed in natural light most of the day. And that is one of my favorite things about it. So this room over here is basically our office space. We have a lot of storage back here where we store a lot of different supplies that we need as far as shipping stuff for my own living business. Desk here, it's usually a lot more messy than that, but this is kind of our office. And then this up here is just a sitting room. Like I said, it's so much natural light. It's like the perfect spot to just sit and drink coffee in the morning. We've got a fireplace here. We have fireplaces all throughout the house. But I absolutely love this room. It's so beautiful, and you can look right outside into our front yard through these doors. Now moving back towards the kitchen now, this is actually our dining room. So one of the things that we did when we first moved in is we brightened this room up. The whole entire room, trim, ceiling, and walls was all painted this deep gray color, which was kind of like a cool Victorian nod to the past, but it was just so dark, it felt like a dungeon in here, so we lightened it up. We added some fun wallpaper for texture. I painted the fireplace this deep red. This is, I believe, Eating Room Red by Farrow & Ball. We have my favorite antique table ever. It has so much character. It clearly has a story to tell. It's so beautifully made, and I love this table. And then we've got a piano here. One of my dreams is for our kids when they're older to learn how to play, so we can have piano music going through our house. But they're a little too small for that. But the dining room is absolutely beautiful. It's a great space to entertain guests and have dinners in here. If we ever want to be fancy, we could eat in here. But we probably should have utilized this room more than we did, but it's so beautiful. All right, so now let's head upstairs so I can show you all the bedrooms. Okay, so this kind of grand entrance with all the crown molding leads you into our master bedroom, which is one of my favorite parts of the house. It is a total sanctuary, and it's another one of those rooms that just gets bathed in natural light, which I love so much. So welcome to the bedroom. So this room actually sits right on top of the family room that I already showed you guys. So it really mirrors it a lot as far as like the architecture goes. So we have a fireplace here, and instead of built-ins, we have a closet on each side. These are super old, beautiful doors. We open it up, and we have cedar closets in here. We've got drawers down here. So tons of built-in storage that looks beautiful on the outside, which I love. We obviously have our end tables and our bed. We've got a rug to kind of warm things up. And then my favorite feature of this whole room is this window. It kind of matches the bay window that's downstairs. Lets in so much light. I love these old windows. They're just so charming, and I think just looks beautiful. Okay, now moving into our master bathroom. So if you come on in, it, as you can see, gets also a ton of natural light. And this is one of the rooms that we completely remodeled. So when we moved in, it had just like pretty ugly countertops. It had orange tile floor. It just wasn't very pleasing to the eye. It had an old, outdated shower. So we completely redid the shower. We opened it up. We removed the glass doors. We retiled everything. We put in this gorgeous exposed shower head that has like a very kind of Victorian antique feel to it, which I love. Just really simple tile just to kind of let this fixture shine, if you will. And then we just painted the vanity. We kept the vanity that was already here. I actually love the beadboard that's on here. There's a lot of old beadboard throughout the whole house. Changed out the countertops and the faucets, new mirror, new light fixture, and it made all the difference. I absolutely love this room now. It does also kind of feel like a sanctuary to come here at the end of the day, take a hot shower. It's just, I love this bathroom. Okay, so now leaving our bedroom, if we go down the stairs and across the hall, that will bring you to all of the kids' bedrooms. So this first bedroom here is actually my son's bedroom, and this is just like such a sad third kid moment because he has all of his just sister's girly hand-me-downs. We never did quite give him a boy nursery. I'm not really big on decorating nurseries. I feel like once they're older and they can appreciate the room, then I'm like all for decorating it. But it's just one of those things that we never quite did. But this is where Bo sleeps. He literally is only in here for naps and for bedtime, so it's not that big of a deal. But this is one of the bedrooms. I love this room. I love all the windows, the beautiful wood floors. I don't know if you've been showing the floors throughout this, cameraman Matt, but we have tons of random width, wide plank floors, original flooring throughout the house, and it's so beautiful. And then if you come over this way, we have the girls' bedroom. So if you come in here, this is Hayden's room. She is our oldest. She's 4, and I love this room. I think her room is my favorite throughout the whole house. I love this wallpaper. If I can find it, I'll link it down below. But her room is just kind of whimsical, and it's colorful, and it's kind of got a lot going on. But again, a lot of antiques mixed in. I try and decorate our house with antiques as much as possible. So this little antique desk, the little side tables are antiques. Her headboard is an antique that I found and I reupholstered. It's just kind of chippy and old, but it totally just goes with the vibe of this room. And she's got a day bed here for more storage, and she likes to sit on there and play. And again, it's one of those rooms that gets tons of natural light. So now if we go through this door, it actually leads to Hadley's room, which is her little sister. It's kind of fun that they have their own space, but they're just separated by a door. They love to kind of play up here. But this is Hadley's room. She's our 2-year-old. She's got a fireplace in her room, which I love. And it's pretty simple, still basically a nursery. She still sleeps in a crib. She loves her crib. So we've got her crib. We've got this cool antique dresser for her. And rug, side table, built-ins. There's built-ins in both of the girls' rooms. And also she has a little closet back here with the cutest little old door. I love this doorknob. It's just all the little details throughout this house. Just make it really special. And then the one other thing on this side of the second floor is the kids' bathroom. Now this is the one space that we actually didn't really renovate that I wanted to before we moved, but just the way it worked out when we found our new house, we just didn't get to this project. We did switch out the countertop and put a new light fixture, but it still is pretty outdated. The shower's outdated, the tile's outdated. We have this lovely, legitimate bidet here that has never once been used. I've never seen one of those in America, only in Europe, which is just kind of funny. But so this is the other bathroom, but it's really spacious. I mean, it's great for our kids. And yeah, that's their bathroom. Okay, so now let's head up to the third floor. This house is very spacious and has a lot of bedrooms. So up here, it basically mirrors the downstairs, and we have another set of 3 bedrooms and a bathroom. So this first bedroom isn't anything really exciting. We call this the attic room. We don't have an attic in this house, but it's basically what we would use as an attic. It's a storage room. We've got all of our Christmas stuff. We've got kids' toys. We've got boxes with who even knows what in them. Not very exciting, but this is our storage room. And then over here we have 2 more bedrooms. So this one is used as like our official guest bedroom. So if we ever have guests come stay, we've got this nice cozy bed here for them to sleep in. It's a pretty spacious room. Has the most beautiful wood floors. I actually think I like the wood floors on the 3rd floor more than any of the other ones in the house, which is funny because we don't spend a whole lot of time up here. But we've just got simple stuff: dresser, fresh towel if we have guests, bar soap, that kind of thing. It's little touches, if you have guests over, I think is really nice. And then in this room, this actually was more or less a playroom for our kids, where we put all their like really big toys, like the Nugget, and they have this big lemonade stand. And but now that we're selling the house, we kind of cleaned it up and just stuck a little bed here so it could be used potentially as another bedroom. And then lastly, we just have another bathroom here on this floor. My favorite part about it is the clawfoot tub. And I did want to redo these floors before we moved out, which is another one of those things that we didn't get around to. They're just linoleum, outdated floors, but it's only those 2 bathrooms are the only things that we didn't get to. And yeah, so this is just another 3rd floor bathroom. Okay, so that is the whole house, but there's actually one more thing. If you're still with me watching, you're in for a treat because this is kind of fun. So this is our kitchen and back in the kitchen, and this looks like it's probably just a pantry door. It's just like a little closet door off to the side, but actually it's a secret staircase. So follow me up here. So up here is actually a little mini apartment above the kitchen. There are 2 little bedrooms and what could be a bathroom, but this area of the house is not fixed up. It's one of those things that we thought of maybe turning into like a guest suite or an office space, but honestly the house is so big that we never really needed to utilize this space. But there are 2 little bedrooms up here. The floors are original. As you can see, they need a little work. They've got some patches in here. And then there is another bedroom in here as well. So at some point, a long time ago, maybe this was like servants' quarters or something like that. Maybe like a mother-in-law suite, I'm not really sure. But it's got these beautiful rounded plaster windows, just like downstairs. And you actually get a lot of natural light up here as well, so it's just kind of a cool secret space. Okay, and I have one more special little treat to show you guys. We're actually in our basement right now, which is just a basement in a very old house, as you can see. It's not very interesting, but there's something I want to show you. Follow me. Welcome to the root cellar. This is the original root cellar of the house. I wish you guys could actually step down here and feel how cool it is down here. And you can see all of the bricks. It is just a really, really cool space and cool kind of look into history and what life was like before refrigeration. But we obviously don't use it as a root cellar. I don't garden nearly enough to need a root cellar, but we do use it as the wine cellar. So we can store all of our wine down here. We've got some spirits up there that don't really ever get tapped into, but this is just one of the coolest little secret features of this old house. Okay, you guys, so that is it for our home tour of our 1700s farmhouse that we are actually going to be saying goodbye to soon. I'm sure now you guys, after watching this video, can see why I love this house so much. It's a total gem. It's a beautiful, beautiful home, and I'm honestly so excited for whoever gets to live here next, but also so excited for our next adventure that we're gonna be going on with this new house, which is the most, I mean, it's a fixer-upper. Like everything needs to be done, which is a first for us, which we're really excited for. So definitely continue to follow along. I'll continue to share that kind of home renovation, home DIY, decorating content if you guys want to see it, so let me know down in the comments below. But I would also love to hear in the comments below your favorite feature of this house. I definitely have a few and I would love to hear from you guys. But that is all I have for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for joining me on this journey thus far. Some of you have been watching my channel since before Matt and I were even married, and so much has changed. We've lived in several houses, we've had several babies, and it's just really cool to have you guys along on this journey. So I just want to say thank you for that, but also just thank you for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.